In the early 90s, I was a DJ at KCMU. I was really getting blown away by music made by women. In particular, PJ Harvey was this incredibly earth-changing, earth-shattering event for me. And I remember hearing PJ Harvey and playing songs from Dry on the radio and thinking, that's it. Like, the world has totally changed now. Yeah. Bands where it's just a bunch of boys making rock music, it's over. Nobody's gonna want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. I need to go out and find me some girls. So I wanted to put together a band. And I was like, I can't just put together another band with a bunch of guys. Like, nobody's gonna care. Like, it's post PJ Harvey now. I put out to my friend Matt Dresner from the Gits, like, hey, I really want to put together a band. I'm looking for some people, and he knew Sally.
I was a visual artist, that's the degree I had. But I always love the bass because it's that beautiful mesh between the rhythm and the melody, and it was always the thing I paid attention to. But I think it was Matt Dresner who said to me, you can't play the bass by yourself. You have to play it with other people.
Well, like my experience from working in this music store is when a woman would come in, and because I'd seen this happen to Molly from 66 Saints, you go in the music store, looking around, you're looking at a bass, you reach up to take one, sales guy comes over, sales dude comes over and says, oh, we get that for you. And he's like, you like this one? And, girl says, yes. And he's like, he takes it and he plugs it in and he starts playing it.
Right.
Yeah. Like as if you're feeble and you can't possibly play it. So I made a point of like, I'm gonna go with you, and I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be the one who rips the bass out of the guy's hand and says, the girl plays the bass.
It was always really funny, any band that came into town touring that had women in it, no matter what they sounded like or what we sounded like, but if there was a woman in it, because Emily and I were in the band, we were often asked to open.
Every week it seemed like somebody was coming in with like the big check from Capitol Records or whatever and just buying up the store. And that was the crazy time. That was like when it seemed like all you needed was to be standing on a corner with a guitar case and a good haircut and somebody would sign you.
Our band was really into being a part of this community, and we were willing to do work to bring things together, and we loved it, but we also benefited because that's how all of our friends were working at the time. Like, so many people were so willing to, hey, I've got a wheelbarrow, I've got rope, let's put on a show, and it would, things would happen, and there was just this real willingness because it was really what everybody wanted to do.
Yeah, it's funny because in the beginning of this interview I talked about having kind of a shallow idea about why I wanted to put the band together. Like, I want to put a band with girls going. But that became like so not important. Like even the whole thing about like the fact that it did turn out that playing with girls kind of created this one pipeline for us. Because we were mixed gender, or we were girls in the band or whatever, we had certain opportunities that we might not have had otherwise. But I think also, it turned out I was wrong. Like, the boys were back. The boys came back, in force, and girls did not take over the world the way I thought they were going to and stuff. But it didn't, like, none of that stuff really mattered once we were playing music. Like, it did turn out to be much more about the fact that we were a band and that was a lot of fun and we were part of a community.